Good morning, Cedar Park, and welcome to the Wolfcast. Today is Thursday, February 29th, and it's a B-Day. On today's show, find out about this year's junior-senior dance-off.
Plus, learn about the fate of the Odysseus Moonlander in this morning's brief.
Also, take a deep dive into the cast behind Choir's upcoming Princess T production.
Turn out because the Wolfcast starts now. Good morning, T-Wolves. I'm Kira Cox, joined by Reed Cummins and Lulu Lynch. On Saturday, CPHS Choir will be performing their annual student-written production, Princess T.
Among the talented cast, one member stands out.
Meet the youngest member of Princess T, Charlotte Griffin. Princess T is a yearly choir tradition that students take the lead in writing and performing. However, it's not exactly easy to get a role. The production is run by the exceptionally talented members of Seasons, joined by members of Pitch Black who play the princesses' respective princes.
So it's usually the seniors that write it, but we all get to kind of choose our own characters, say who we want to be, and we all kind of get our own say in it.
That's Seasons member Charlotte Griffin, who is the youngest singer in the program. She's excited to perform in her first Princess T this Friday, March 1st.
I love being able to work with Seasons because it's just an awesome little group, and getting to sing, we always sound really amazing. And getting to perform for a bunch of kids is really awesome, and it's really they really love it, so.
Becoming a part of Seasons as a sophomore is usually a privilege only given to one talented singer a year. Here's last year's Seasons sophomore, Brooke Ferguson, on her experience in the program.
It was definitely, it was being thrown into a lot because majority of the people had done it before or had been more immersed in it than I had. And so it's my second year in high school, and all of a sudden I'm being thrown into this huge thing that's such a big part of the community. Having
once been in Charlotte's position, Brooke said Charlotte's early exposure to Seasons could benefit her.
Embrace it, because getting the opportunity to have an extra year to learn something more, to get to work with 3 different sets of singers is really something that I think you can learn from. When she's a senior, she'll have the insight of being with this group of people that no one else will have, and she can use that to, come up with new ideas.
Charlotte hopes her early exposure to being a part of Seasons will take her far. This year's tickets are selling faster than ever before, and the unassigned seating will be first come, first serve at this highly anticipated show. Charlotte says proceeds from the sales are going towards the CPHS Choir so they can keep hosting greater performances.
Princess T is a really awesome experience. It's really great. We get a lot of kids. It's one of our biggest fundraisers of the year, and it's just a really fun show, and we sing really awesome. So yeah.
Make sure to check out Princess T and grab yourself a ticket at cphschoir.com before tickets sell out.
So what is this year's Princess T about?
So from my understanding, it's kind of under the sea themed, and so there's going to be a lot of Ariel and stuff like that.
And then is there stuff to eat?
Yeah, so including the tickets, there's going to be popcorn, goldfish, and other small snacks included just as part of the show. And then also I'm pretty sure there's going to be concessions, so yeah.
Awesome, thanks Reed. Get hyped for CPHS's traditional junior-senior dance-off and learn about all the hard work that's been going into preparing for this pep rally tradition. With help from the cheerleaders, they have been perfecting their choreography to win the dance-off. With a handful of practices under his belt being a flyer for his group, Dallas Ortiz tells us the most challenging part.
Getting thrown in the air is really scary, actually scarier than it looks. I see them do it all the time. It looks pretty easy, but then once you actually get it up in the air, it's a little bit frightening.
Make sure to come support Friday during DIN to see if the juniors or seniors will take the win.
Many juniors may have been stressing over the upcoming SAT test, as it helps determine their academic futures beyond high school. So how should juniors prepare? Juniors who are taking the SAT are required to have a calculator digitally or bring one of their own. A good SAT score will make students stand out to most colleges, so it will be crucial to study as much as they can. You have unlimited attempts to take the SAT. The CPHS Dean of Instruction, Jennifer Coleman, talks about preparing for the SAT.
First time on the SAT can be kind of a challenge, but if you're not happy with your scores, remember you have opportunities in late spring, summer, and early fall to retake that as a senior if you are not happy for score. On test day, make sure you bring that ID, fully charged laptop, and make sure you come ready with a snack and well rested.
The SAT is on the app called Blue Book and is going to be held on March 6th.
Tonight, the Lady Timberwolves basketball team is heading to the Alamo Dome for the state semifinals. If you can't make it down to San Antonio to support our girls, keep an eye out for updates on our Instagram at CPHS News.
Up next, Neha Khan joins us with this morning's headlines in the brief right after this break.
Thanks, Reed. First, fires are spreading throughout the Texas Panhandle. The Smokehouse Creek fire was started by the dry and windy conditions and has forced many Texas residents to evacuate the area. Due to the threats, schools have shut down and the Pantex nuclear plant has ceased their operations. The blaze has grown to around 900,000 acres and has killed at least one person. The authorities are continuing to investigate the destruction. Next, the top Senate Republican leader has stepped down from his position. Mitch McConnell has quit his position after being the U.S. Senate's longest-serving Republican leader. In the past, McConnell has had a falling out with former President Donald Trump, clashing with him on the election fabrications as well as multiple health scares, even suffering from a concussion after falling in a Washington hotel. The Senate is still deciding who will lead the Senate Republicans. Finally, the Odysseus moon mission ended yesterday. The lunar mission, which successfully landed on February 22nd, lost power after it toppled over on the surface of the moon. The lander was able to gather data for NASA before its shutdown. The Odysseus spacecraft was the first lander to land on the moon in 50 years. Though the spacecraft is in sleep mode, NASA will try to reawaken Odysseus in about 3 weeks. So what do you guys think?
I think it's cool, honestly, but I'm just like, why don't we just go to the moon already? Because we've already been once.
I mean, honestly, yeah. Like, I want to go to the moon.
50 years since something's been on the moon? Like, that's a long time.
Yeah, it's surprising. I'd be so mad though if I was like a person who worked on that and like it got there and it just fell over. Like,
yeah, it got there, tumbled over, and then I'm still asleep for 3 more weeks.
Yeah. I bet they're like anticipating so much right now. They're like, oh, I just gotta turn back on.
I don't think they have a concept of time.
No, there's no one up there. There's no one up there.
There's not?
No, it's a robot.
There's nothing in it, which makes it like...
Oh my goodness.
Thanks, Neha, and that's all we have for you today. Thank you for taking time to join us during your day.
You can catch anything you missed and more on our X, YouTube, or TikTok at CPHS News.
We'll see you live tomorrow at our spring pep rally. With CPHS News, I'm Lulu Lynch.
I'm Neha Khan.
And I'm Reed Cummins.
And I'm Kira Cox. We're to make it a great day or not. The choice is yours. Have a thunderous Thursday, Cedar Park.